I mean, I guess it was only a matter of time, right? This becomes this. Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. Today it's a first look, run, and review of the new Traxxas TRX-4M Chevrolet Cheyenne K10 pickup High Trail Edition. It was only a matter of time, I guess, right? Here it is, and this is not just your standard TRX-4M. Yes, it's still 1/18th scale, but it's a little bit bigger and a little bit taller than the standard. This is a true high trail edition of the TRX-4M, and that's the most important, most interesting thing about this one. Yes, it's got a great looking Chevy hardbody, which is a huge improvement over this one, which is just Lexan. It's not just a TRX-4M with a Cheyenne K10 body on it, which in and of itself would have been a great addition to the TRX-4M lineup. This is a true high trail edition, including bigger tires and a lift kit. This has the actual miniaturized version of the high trail lift kit, so it is a true high trail edition of the TRX-4M. And I think that's very cool. I was not expecting this, and believe me, when it showed up, I was like, yes, that makes perfect sense. Why didn't I think of that? Because usually I am thinking of those things before Traxxas does them. Not in this case, but this is a great addition to the lineup. I am really excited to get it outside. First, let's take a look at it in a little more detail, if you will. First of all, we have to take a look at this really great hardbody. There is nothing about it that I do not like. I think they did a fantastic job modeling it. The one strike against it, if I could call it a strike, it's molded in the color. It's not painted this color. So this is just molded plastic color that you're seeing. So it is, well, very nice and glossy. It is missing a bit of that paint look. Because this is a hard body, there's a very strong likelihood that they will do a white one in the future, so you can paint it whatever color you like. I mean, you could just prime this one and paint it whatever color you like, but scratches will show the red paint underneath. It does have chrome diff covers, which I think is a differentiator from the regular TRX-4s. In fact, you know what? Let's do a little comparison, size comparison, if you will. So there's our TRX-4M High Trail, and here is a relatively unmodified Bronco next to it, and you can see there is a significant height and clearance difference, and the clearance difference comes from the larger tires. These are the Mickey Thompson Baja Pro X on the Bronco, and we've got the same Baja Pro X on the K10. They don't say what size these tires are. We can obviously get a ruler out and measure them because I have that capability. These are around 60 millimeters in height, give or take, and the stock ones are closer to 50-ish millimeters in height. Traxxas is claiming a 35% increase in clearance over the standard TRX-4M, and I believe it. There is a significant amount of clearance, mostly I think due to the larger tires. But they are claiming that it is a long arm lift kit, so it's probably raising everything up a little bit that way too. The shocks are still plenty plush. These are really awesome shocks for such a small truck. It's pretty amazing the amount of damping that is included here, and they work really well. It's a great shock, highly recommended. Obviously the chrome wheels, these are not beadlocks, and they do not glue the tires on. That's common among all TRX-4Ms, and that's to give you some options to swap these out if that's something that you were interested in doing yourself. Leaving you plenty of room in the aftermarket to choose other parts because there are a lot of really excellent upgrades for the TRX-4M, and in fact I've got a lot of them already installed on other trucks. Is this a candidate for Trax? Probably. Put your comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Are Traxxas dumb as Josh thinks they are, or are they as awesome as I think they are? Put a comment down below. You know I love reading through your feedback, and I try to answer as many of them as I can. And if you're enjoying this video and you like seeing first looks, runs, and reviews, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you get updates anytime there's a new video from the Scale Builders Guild. Ultimately, the body is an excellent carbon copy of the larger TRX-4 with the High Trail lift kit. I think they did a really great job of scaling everything down and keeping everything really nicely detailed. The plastic bits, the mirrors, the chrome light bar on the back, the bumpers, even the grille. I think there's some really nice elements to this truck that really make it look premium. and it's great. It looks fantastic. The chassis underneath. Let's take the body off and reveal some things underneath. We're going to have to disconnect the lights for a moment here. You can see these are extended rails. They are extended mainly through plastic parts in order to get that extra long wheelbase of the K10. Still the same Titan 180 87 turn motor. That's the stock one. The gearing installed is the stock gearing as well, so it's sort of that mix between trail and a little bit of speed. You can, of course, switch the gears to a more low range, which actually is, in my opinion, one of the best upgrades you can make on this truck. Battery placement is the same. The battery that is included is a 2S 750 milliamp hour ID style battery, so you will need to use this with this ESC. If you go ahead and swap out the ESC later on, you will need to change plugs on this battery if you intend to use this battery again. Same waterproof, high torque miniature servo used to power this truck, and the ECM 2.5 ESC in the back there. Gives you room for lots of lights and accessories. There are 3 modes for your ESC. First being Sport mode, which does not have any drag brake. Second, which is the default, is Trail mode, and that does include a drag brake, but does not have instant reverse. And then there is the third mode, which is Crawl mode, and that does have instant reverse and 100% drag brake. And the way to change that is to hold down the Easy Set button right here on the ESC and wait for the flashes. There's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then you let it go, and now it's in crawl mode, which gives you instant reverse and 100% drag brake, which is pretty much how I like it. So smooth. This truck is just so smooth. It's got some punch too. These are the same TRX-4M axles, which have proven to be quite robust, despite the fact that they have plastic gears inside. And then bushings all around because they intend this to be used hard and put away wet. Let's talk about what we get in the box, because there is some cool stuff that comes in the box here. Of course, you get a little bag of tools and some shock collars so you can change your overall spring rate. A warranty card, which I highly recommend you fill out and send in, just because. A full manual. This is a color manual, of course, giving you lots of different instructions in different languages, and then all these sort of most important stuff for a beginner that would need to go through this. What to do if your Traxxas model breaks. Very important. And a nice bonus, they include a hitch for their trailer, which is this trailer right here. And I've detailed this one up. I'll put a link to the video where I do this detailing so you can see how that all turned out. It doesn't look like this when it comes out of the box. I think it looks a lot better now. So that's nice that you'll be able to pull a trailer around. It's always fun to practice your trailer skills in a smaller scale. We'll add that hitch at some point here in the future. I can't remember the last time they included a poster, but here it is. I'm sure you can tell what the demographic is. Who this truck is intended for. And of course, you get the TQ radio. This is a simple 2-channel radio, not a lot of frills here, but works absolutely perfectly for the TRX-4M. There's really nothing here other than steering trim. There are other ways to adjust things, but it's pretty convoluted, and really it should be set up from the factory. If it isn't, I would definitely check that warranty card. Along with that 750 milliamp hour 2S LiPo pack, you do get a USB style battery charger. And this one will charge at a very nominal rate. All right, so that's what you get in the box. This is the truck. Now we're going to take it outside.
Well, you rode into town and you took me at a glance. I'd seen you around, so I thought I'd take a chance. I'd tried love before, but it always left me blue. And though my heart was sore, there was nothing I could do. I tried love before, but it always left me blue. And though my heart was sore, there was nothing I could do. I tried love before, but it always left me blue. And though my heart was sore, there was nothing I could do. I tried love before, but it always left me blue. And though my heart was sore, there was nothing I could do. I tried love before, but it always left me blue. And though my heart was sore, there was nothing I could do. I tried love before, but it always left me blue. And though my heart was sore, there was nothing I could do. Those angelic eyes, bluer than summer skies, such a beautiful guy you would wear. I was a fool in love with you. Your lies were deep and cruel, but I swore that you were true. When you were wrong, it was me who took the blame. You made me feel strong, now all that's left is shame. Those angelic eyes, bluer than summer skies, such a beautiful guy you would wear. From your candy mouth, sweetest words poured out, and overshadow my doubt. And please to find that you had gone. In my heart I truly hope that you'd be moving on. Still I cried bitter tears as I looked down at a frame. It held a picture of you, a picture with no name. And I keep it by my side, yes, I keep it to remind. Beware of the girl with angel eyes.
right, welcome back to the woods. It's dark and scary here today, but we're here with the TRX-4M K10 High Trail Edition, which I have to say, in the little bit of running that I've been doing already, it can perform, even with this stock transmission and the gearing that is a little taller than I would normally like. It does a really good job. I'm pretty impressed with what it's able to clear. Like, there's a lot of larger obstacles that I think a normal TRX-4M would get caught up on. This one just seems to be able to handle it. And I mean, yeah, it's got larger tires, and that's to be expected. It's going to be able to get over more obstacles for sure. But it just seems to be handling them so much better. It obviously does have a higher center of gravity. That's also to be expected with the high trail editions. But I'm really liking it. It's proving to be a lot of fun. Better and more capable than I thought it was going to be. Because, you know, the high trail ones, the center of gravity definitely is affected in, you know, a pretty big way. But yeah, this one's doing really well. Pretty happy with this little guy. Still has the same great steering radius. That motor is pretty powerful for an 18th scale. Yeah, I think with the crawler gears installed, it'll be even better. Now, of course, it does have a straight axle, so it does still get hung up every once in a while. But if you choose a good line, which I didn't there, but if you choose a good line, you can use wheel speed to help you get over some obstacles. Very, very cool. Now, one thing I'm noticing on a darker day like today, the light kit does shine through on the hood. I'll see if I can get a good shot of that here. Yeah, you can see it right there. Kind of shining through the body. Because there is no paint, it's just molded in this red color. So stuff like that, a little hard to avoid. I guess what you could do, though, is spray the inside of it black and then reinstall all the chrome and light buckets and such. That would probably help. But yeah, going really well out here. Thoroughly enjoying this. And, you know, despite the fact that it is a smaller scale truck, and this is where I usually run, you know, all my 9th and 10th scale stuff, it's doing pretty darn well. And these are not difficult trails by any means, nor are they rock crawling trails, but still, for a smaller scale truck, you can still have big scale fun. And I think that's probably the key message here. Some other trucks in this sort of smaller scale category don't usually hold up to the same type of driving that a larger scale truck would. So it's nice to see. And I mean, we know that the TRX-4M is probably one of the more robust small-scale RCs on the market. So it's nice to see all of that translates when you put a lift kit on it. Now, it's kind of funny that Traxxas decided to put these out because, you know, usually I do a pretty decent job of being able to determine what they're going to do or what I'd like to see them do. And this one, this TRX-4M High Trail Edition kind of caught me off guard. I was not expecting this at all. And I'm, you know, thoroughly impressed and happy that it did come out because I think it's a nice way to kind of round out the TRX-4 line. The TRX-4M line, I should say. Nice tight turning radius, like I've said. That, the mid-range gearing, I'd like to see it come with the crawler gears installed. Shocks are working great. Still has plenty of torque to get up some more steep hills, so it's got everything you'd want it to have. I mean, it's so quiet too, man. Traxxas has done such a good job with these little miniatures. A lot better than I thought. And it's nice that they include that tow hitch too. Now, I'm not much of a trailer guy. I'm not, by any means, am I good at using a trailer, but let's see if I can, oh, I've already screwed it up. Oh, I'm going to be that Austin Powers sort of thing here. As long as you go slow, which this transmission does a great job of doing, I think I can maneuver pretty well with this. See if I can plop it into a spot here. Let's pretend. There we go. Oh, I've already screwed up. Clearly, I need more practice with my trailers. This was the problem I had with the RC-PC challenge, if you recall. I could not, for the life of me, get this trailer to go in the right direction. Oh, dang it. Could not get this trailer to go backwards. Oop, there we go. There we go. Oh, darn it. Okay, obviously not my strong point, but great that they include that tow hitch. So you can run a trailer, which is fun. You can throw a bunch of scaled sleeping bags in the back there and take this up to the lake for the weekend. Or something. All right, so there you go. First look, run, and review of the new Traxxas TRX-4M High Trail K10 Chevy pickup. And I really like this one. I like this one a lot. Will I make it a mud truck? No, because I don't think it would do very well at scale mud. But it sure is fun to drive. And my thanks to Traxxas for sending this my way. Now, is this something you're going to get? Would you make any modifications? Would you make it a low trail? Put a comment down below. You know I love reading through your feedback and I try to answer as many of them as I can. And if you're enjoying this video, you like reviews of tiny trucks, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you get updates anytime there's a new video from the Scale Builders Guild. Now don't forget, because it's got a full set of bushings and not bearings, and all the electronics are waterproof, you have no trouble doing stuff like this with this little mini guy. And I don't think you can say the same about all of them on the market, so nice to have that ability to drive it like a boat. I think that's going to do it. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.